Hey everybody, it's your girl Nell, and welcome to another episode of Simply Nell's Tiny Studio. We are in the Tiny Studio today, and what are we doing? We're making bracelets. So welcome to the channel. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button so that you will get notifications on every time I pop into the Tiny Studio to do something crafty and something artsy. I am drinking dandelion tea today. It's been steeping for about 10 or 15 minutes. It's really good. It's a great immune booster. Not only that, it has a really great taste. Inside of there, I have some raw wildflower honey, Florida made honey, and raw honey is really good if you have allergies. And so, especially if you use the honey that is native to the part or the area in which you live. So I like to use some raw honey. I like wildflower honey, and that is really great. And that's what I have in my dandelion tea today. So we're going to be making bracelets here in the Tiny Studio. And here's some of my supplies. I have a springy dingy thing, which you'll see me demonstrate how I use it. I have some snippers. This is my son's snipper because it's sharper than this snipper. I have some stretchy cord. Now this is just some stretchy cord that I purchased from Walmart maybe about 10 years ago. It's still in good condition. I like to use Beadalon. That's my go-to, but I am out, so I have to restock. But this cord is still really great. I bought it as in a pack of 3, so it's really good, and it's 8 millimeters. Okay, to me, 8 millimeters is the best size. All right. The next thing I have is some glue. These are the glues that I use when I make bracelets. My favorite glue, go-to glue, is the GS Hypo Cement glue. And you will see why I'm using that. And I have a bead board. And it is a bamboo bead board. This is really great, especially when you're starting out. If you just want to make a batch of bracelets. It has various sizes. It has 8-inch, 7.5 inch, all the way down to 5 inches. So that's the smallest. It goes to 5 inches. So it's a really great board. I also have Beadalon boards, and I think Bead Smith and Bead Landing boards. They're plastic or this type of velvety type of bracelet beading board, and you can get them in bracelets boards and in necklace boards. So they're really great to have. As you get to making bracelets, you'll begin to see that everything is available to everybody, regardless of your budget. So you have to go according to that. But I love this board because it is durable, and I just basically trash all of the other boards that I purchased. The plastic and velvety boards, I just practically trashed them. So I love this wood board because, as you can hear, it's really sturdy, and that's great for me. Okay, so I also have some containers, but I'm really don't need to use these at this time. All right, so what we're working with today is we are working on making a bracelet, and I just started some of the design that I want for this particular bracelet. This is going to be a tourmaline and hematite bracelet. So I have tourmalated quartz, which is quartz that has been that has tourmaline inside of it. Okay. And I have hematite, and I'll be using hematite as a spacer. Love the properties of hematite. So if you have been following the channel, you know that a few weeks ago I was painting, and I was wearing my tourmaline bracelets, and unfortunately I got paint on them. I took them off, put them aside to wash them, and then I misplaced them. So I am totally riskless. I do not have any, not riskless. I'm totally I don't have any bracelets on right now because I just, I misplaced them. So I am making more for myself. We're going to use this as a what these boards, bracelet boards, are really good for is they're really good at sizing. And so if you're going to make, as I said before, if you're going to make a batch um of bracelets, then the 8-inch would be the best size to go because that's universal. But when I have clients that want custom bracelets, I measure their wrist first. So we're going to go with the 8-inch right now, and then since it's for me, and then if I need to add a couple of more bracelets to it to make it a little bit wider for my wrist, then we'll do so. I just started the design, so let me continue with that. The hematite, and then I'm going to add a tourmaline. Don't run away. Okay. Once you start making bracelets, stretchy bracelets, you would just, not stop. You will continue because it's just so relaxing. It's so relaxing. Well, it's relaxing to me. Okay, let's see. Okay, that's good. And then I have a large hole bead, and you will see what I'm going to do with this soon. Okay. All right, I'll put that there. Okay, let's get our stretchy cord out. Okay, and let us begin. I'm going to start here because this is going to be the end. So we're going to start there first. All right, so let's get to beading, child. Okay, let me make sure I'm doing this correctly though, because sometimes, with the design, I like to make sure that it is accurate. Okay, I'm thinking that's fine. Okay, let's do this. And you're just going to take your cord, put it through the hole of your bead, and then you're going to get to beading. This is so relaxing, I'm going to tell you. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. I had a great weekend. I've been suffering from a respiratory infection, so I'm getting better. But I had a pretty good weekend. I went to my desktop in the home office had several viruses on it, which is what my IT guy says. So I kind of knew that, and it's really my fault because I let the antivirusware subscription lapse, and that was a bad thing. So that desktop is 3 years old, and when my husband became ill, I was diagnosed with breast cancer. I let a lot of things lapse, and that was one of them. And so I really need the desktop in the home office to be in tip-top fashion. So I just went ahead and took it up to the shop and did that. And then my personal laptop died maybe about almost 2 years ago, and that was unfortunate. But I had, and that was an HP Pavilion. I had that laptop for almost 10 years, so that was a really good laptop. I loved it. And now I was able to find another laptop. It's in the HP family. It's the HP I think HP ProBook, and I really like it. It should be really great for class and other things in my professional life. And I like the color, and I love the keyboard because as a writer, the keyboard. If the keyboard sucks, then the whole writing experience for me is going to suck, and I don't want that. And so it was really important that it's taken me about a year to really find the laptop that I want. And you know, I love the way the keyboard feels. I love the screen, and since I'm blind as a bat, I need a large screen. So this screen is about 16 inches. So that is really great for me. So I'm going to be picking up, well, my husband and the tiny studio assistant will be picking up the laptop and the desktop later on today. All right, so we're almost done here. Okay, look at that. That looks great. Now, you're getting ready to find out why I have this here. Okay, now here's the bracelet. As you can see, here's the bracelet. And this large spacer, you're going to find out exactly why I'm using it. Okay, but in the meantime, what we're going to do next is we are going to cut you see I put the little stringy thingy there to keep the beads from rolling off. Okay, what we're going to do next is we are going to cut our cord. Okay, I want to give it some space though. There we go. Okay, so here's our bracelet. Okay, let's take a good look at it. So here's our bracelet. This looks to be about my wrist size. Yep, indeed it does. So I'm going to take one last look at it. Make sure that everything looks pretty good. The design. It does. And I really like that terminated quartz. That's really great. I really like that. And I like the fact that it has those little rondelle. I believe that's the name of the way that it's cut. And next to the hematite. Okay. That's great. I really like this. And these are protective stones, by the way. And for me, that's really important, especially with me being on film a lot and on social media. I like to protect myself against, you know, a lot of dastardly things that can find you out here in internet land. So this is a really good design. I'm happy with it. Now, the next thing we're going to do, I'm going to remove the springy thing. We are going to do a surgeon's knot. So let's do it. Okay. Surgeon knot consists of 3 different knots, or when you tie it, instead of tying it 1 time, we're going to tie it twice. Okay. Or is it 3 times? We'll see. Okay, let's tie it. Okay, that's 1. And then we're going to add another one. Let's see, do it again. 1. And we're going to do it again. 2. So there's our surgeon's knot. And let's pull it together. All right. And this is going to help your bracelet last a little longer. Okay. With the surgeon's knot. Now we're going to do it again. Okay. 1 and 2. Pull it together. There you go. Pull as tight as you can. As tight as you can. All right. So we've done that. Next, we are going to open up our glue. Okay, leave that there. And I'm going to use the GS Hypo Cement Glue. This is a very strong glue. Love this. Very strong adhesive. And this is super, super great for stretchy cord bracelets and a lot of other things you may be using. But for me, stretchy cord bracelets and GS Hypo Cement. Oh, the pairing. Yes. Okay, so we have our stretchy cord tied. Let's look at that. You see that? It's nice and tied. It's nice and tight. Pull it. Okay. Now, let's go ahead and add the glue to this. And we're going to put the glue right here on our knot. Okay. Right here on top of the knot. Okay. Because we're going to make sure that that knot does not break off. Okay. So let me take my glue out. Okay. All right. And I'm just going to drop it. Right here on the knot. Okay. You don't want to get it on your bead. You just want it on the knot. Okay. All right. Put that aside. Now we're going to blow on it. I'm blowing on it. Yes. I'm going to blow on it. And then, okay, I am going to cut my cord, my stretchy cord. Okay. I'm going to cut it right about here. Not too close to the knot. Okay. And then I am going to cover it. You see how that large spacer is covering the knot? Now I'm going to cut it some more, but not too close to the knot. And now I have a new bracelet. Look at that. How beautiful. That looks really good. What do you think? That looks really, really good. Let's do it here so you can see it better. There's our completed bracelet. Isn't that nice? Yes, it is. I really like, let me put it on. Up, look at that. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Now that is what's up. That's what's up. I like this. That is great. What a necklace. This is a tourmalated quartz and hematite bracelet with a large hole bead as the spacer, and we use the large hole beads to hide the knot to give it a more polished look. Thank you so much for watching Simply Nell's Tiny Studio today. I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And if you have any questions or comments, please let me know. Stay tuned to the next video where I make another bracelet. Please, if you have any questions and you would like for me to demonstrate this again, drop down in the comment section and stay tuned for the next video. Okay? I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.